Hi, and welcome to your February 2017 new moon reading here with Red Earth Goddess. Starting the 26th of the month, we are moving forward into the full moon in March. And this moon cycle will be in Pisces. Pisces conjunct its polar opposite Virgo. At this time, there will be a lot of spiritual illusions, spiritual, perhaps religious foundations will be shaken up, and a lot of truths will be coming outside and shown to the public about the illusions behind their philosophies and the religions. What this basically means is, because it is conjunct its polar opposite Virgo, Virgo is a very perfect, when I say perfect, meaning virginal, pure in a sense of seeking to know itself, seeking to find itself in a very grounded, rooted, earthly manner, okay? Basically what this means is during this time on planet, a lot of the old institutions will no longer be serving itself. There will be new realizations and new organizations and philosophies that will be able to back their stuff up by studying the old that doesn't serve in the new age of Aquarius. They will be all disrupted. And I don't like to say that or I prefer it not to come out in a very extreme manner. However, sometimes I find that, and I'm sure you do too, if something doesn't go down, it sure does not go up. And basically what I'm trying to get at is, if something, someone, idea of something, doesn't even have to be an organization, just a thought, a perspective, a reality. If it's not shaken up, if it's not seen for the destruction of what it's created. Now, there's always a positive and a negative to everything in life. Every creation, everything man-made, everything in life. The four elements, everything. But until we grasp the disruptive concept of something, an idea, an element, whatever it is, a philosophy, we don't really go towards the positive of change. We don't really go towards changing our perspective. We don't really go towards doing something about it to make it a positive. So if something is breaking down, if your tower, if your home, if something is being shaken up, until it goes sour, until something happens, we don't really do anything to change it, right? Majority of us, because we get too comfortable. We teach our ways to the future generations and nothing really shifts, nothing improves. It can, however, no major institution or something of that nature can continue. Create something new, or take a concept of something from the old and build with something new. Okay, so we will be using the Babylonian Tarot for the reading. Happy birthday to all the Pisceans out there. This is your time right now. I did meet a few Pisceans yesterday, so happy birthday to you. That includes both the February and the March babies. Okay. Now, I pulled a card for myself, let's be honest, before the reading started. And sure enough, the Destiny card came up. So, yeah. And that card came out for the full moon in February. So, that's intense. So, number 7, the Chariot, Adad. If you can see the clouds around him, yet he's still moving forward, charging and directing the way. In his hand, it looks like there's like a tuning fork that is capable of shifting an energetic frequency, something that involves your DNA double helix, a vibrational tuning fork. Now, if anybody knows anything about tuning forks, they are used for instruments to tune and to pitch, to change the pitch to its natural state of the instrument. Incredible enough as it is, that actually works with human DNA as well. So when you feel that your perspectives have been brainwashed, or you are trying to go back to your root, or you're just trying to remove old concepts, and you find that what you've learned is not your reality, it has been an illusion, and you'd like to rewind and go back and find out who you are with steps. Tuning forks are incredible. Tapping them, there's different tones and tunes. Different letters are acquainted with each sound, each pitch, okay? You can tap them, and it makes like a ding noise on your knees, behind your knees, your wrists, okay? And make a double DNA helix strand around your entire root to 7th chakra, okay? I've done this years ago. It's incredible. It works wonders. Okay. Sound is very powerful. Okay. It's with sound. That's why they say mantras and chanting, you know, it has the power to cure and to prevent cancer, because it is one of the most therapeutic form of healing yourself on a cellular level. Our cells have disease. Okay. Just as our cells carry health, like everything in life, right? So move forward in that chariot, okay? Move forward with your life purpose and do what you got to do, okay? Only you can know, and only you will know when you're ready to move forward, and step by step, because it does take time. It does take you know, going up and down with experience, you know, making mistakes, claiming your mistake and moving forward with that mistake and learning from it, okay? Because you don't want to be making the same mistake 100 million times and then going back to that mistake, okay? I mean, if that's how you learn and it takes you the 100th time of that mistake, well, then that's just how you are. However, as somebody that's going to give you advice during this time, you got the power in your hands, okay? You got that thunder to shift and to move forward and to do what you got to do. If you can see the symbology all around and how there is the sun there, okay? There is the sun there, and the sun is moving forward. The sun is an aspect of illumination and a grand trine of being able to know what you're doing, where you're headed, okay? Sometimes we don't know, but it's the path is illuminated. If you can kind of ignore the darkness and move forward, then it doesn't matter where you're headed, as long as you can trust in yourself. And the fact that you got a chariot driving you, you know, and you're directing that chariot, it means everything's in your hands, okay? Okay. 4 of Discs, security. So you're on your way to security. This is where you're headed. You're headed to this temple. Look at that. You're moving forward. Where are you headed? You're going right here. You're traveling. So what this means is a lot of people are actually finding their roots. And what I mean by that is they're looking to where their culture was, their faith in their ancient cultures. This has to do a lot with like ancient pagan faiths. This has to do with a lot of cultures out there that are being persecuted right now. I feel like a lot of you have come to realization that you were perhaps generations ago born from those ancient cultures, okay? Because within the last how many thousands of years, we've all faced, most of us have faced persecution for our faiths, and we've had to convert to other religions, okay? So what I'm sensing with that being shaken up and the illusions, okay, what I was picking up when I first started this reading is that that's the realization that a lot of you are coming into terms with, that these religions that you are now born into, and what I mean by that is, like, you know, the major Abrahamic faiths, for example, you know, your ancestors weren't of those religions. Your ancestors came from a much more ancient cultural heritage, and a lot of you have actually inherited their abilities, and you never knew where it was coming from, because it was such I wouldn't really want to say hatred, but it can be hated by these religions that you were born into. So although you knew and you sensed you had this inner power, this drive to move forward with your inner will, it was shunned upon. It was shunned upon because you were told that's not the way. This is not your religion, okay? I can keep going on about that for hours. But there is security there, okay? 4 is a very strong number. It is all about solid security. It's associated with Taurus, the bull. Very practical sign, very practical number. It's all about building those security foundations in your friendships and in your relationships. But I literally feel like this is like a pilgrimage that you're about to take, or you are interested in taking, okay? If you cannot physically get to a temple near you, okay, for example, a Hindu temple, if you cannot, or you are not 100% comfortable walking into a culture that you're not 200% sure you'll be welcomed in, or anything at all it takes is a click away. Visit that site, visit that ancient temple online, look at pictures, study its town, study its people, study its culture, study its religion, okay? And perhaps they can teach you something. They can teach you something about yourself. They can teach you something about your life. They can teach you something about your family and your upbringing and your perspectives. They can perhaps shatter the illusions that you've been taught, and shatter the illusions that you've taught yourself and believed of yourself and your culture and your family and the world around you, and why there are persecutions and how it is so wrong and how it is so morally wrong. Now, in the past, I used to come out and say, I don't really believe in wrong or right. It's all a perception. It's all a perspective. And it is true. However, if you are going about creating genocides to a culture, if you are going about slaughtering people, including children and women, well, then you'd have to know the difference, right? Because everyone's concept, I mean, if I say right or wrong, they may be like, well, that's wrong, and it is wrong. But when I say right or wrong, it's like you got to make mistakes in order to be able to tell what's correct for you, you know? So, and what I mean by that is that's a mental perception. It's not about going out and destroying some culture, destroying a group of people, and totally believing in something that you're not even sure, you know? Four is also the number of the 4 elements. So if you're interested, if you're new to my channel and you're interested in learning about these elements, I highly ask that you learn about the elements of fire, water, earth, and air. Its abilities, its attributes, how to bring those abilities, how to bring those elements into your everyday life to work with them. There's fire there. I mean, we are around the 4 elements every moment, constantly. We breathe in air. We have light. We light candles. We heat up our food. This is all fire. Earth is the ground. Earth is the trees. Earth is the plants. It's what we eat. Water is the fluids we drink, the teas we drink, this, you know, Water is us bathing in under light. We light candles. We heat up our food. This is all fire. Earth is the ground. Earth is the trees. Earth is the plants. It's what we eat. Water is the fluids we drink. The teas we drink. This, you know. Water is us bathing in under the sun, near a lake, near the ocean or sea, in our baths, taking a shower. So these are all around us constantly, but we're not aware. We're not aware that we are the elements. We are not aware that we literally are physically formed of the 4 elements. Our physical bodies are made of the 4 elements. So, in truth, in reality, the highest form of truth, of consciousness, for philosophies, from philosophies, is we are the 4 elements. So, in a sense, if we wake up our brain capacity, look into those tuning forks, guys, I'm telling you. If you open up your brain capacity and realize and perhaps strengthen the percentage of your brain power, you'll come to realize that humans are gods. Okay? You can create this. You can go back to this and make it happen for you. The 3rd card is Gilgamesh, Strength. Well, I love it because it's like we keep moving forward with incredible, like we're taking the last reading cards and it's like repeating itself, but we're moving forward, repeating itself, you know? So you know that it's not just BS. Like, you know, these cards are literally doing what they're supposed to be doing because they're telling us, right? So if you can see here, there's still a temple in the background. So it looks like Gilgamesh is finding his roots. It looks like Gilgamesh, if you see the number 8, it's the number of infinity. Where is it? If you see the number 8, it's the number of infinity. And infinity is forever. It's eternal. You can't escape it. What goes up must come down. What goes down must go up. The temple is behind. So it could be that perhaps some of you, not all of you, in the beginning you may find you disagree with a lot. Okay? Some of you may embrace this path and some of you may disagree with it. But what I'm sensing, what I'm picking up is a lot of it is just an argument, a disagreement of your own mind, of your own thoughts. Is this an illusion? Is this my reality? How can I do this? How can I not? How can I make this happen for me? How can I speak about this to other people publicly? How can I go about bringing awareness? How can I teach people? Where do I start? What do I do? So just take things easy, one step at a time, okay? You don't have to run a marathon and make stuff happen in one day. Study, learn, and slowly you'll come to realize after a while, not even after a while, after a year, after 2 years, you literally become this. You become it, okay? One more card and I'm just going to end the reading because the feelings that I'm getting is very spiritual, and it's a sensation that is coming over, taking over, and that's just because we need rest. We need to sleep. Your senses, your brain needs to sleep. Don't allow your brain to overwork itself. If you're having a lot of dreams, don't overthink it because You know, we do have the power to make things happen. We have the power to realistically, we actually can make our dreams happen, be it the dreams while we sleep and be it the dreams that we think of constantly. Okay. Just rest. Prince of Wands. Fire. Look at the fire. Look at that light in his eyes. Incredible. So, Prince of Fire, what do you have to tell us during this time? I'm getting a vision of a box of goods inside. Somebody here is watching, shipping, receiving, shipping some goods globally as a part-time job, as a side job, as a business. Somebody's watching right now, and this reading, my channel is very, speaks to you. My channel, the words, the thoughts, the ideas, the concepts that I speak of, the passions, my channel, what I say, these readings, they speak to you. And this is what it's making you feel. And I'm glad, because if I can make, if I can inspire, if I can shift a consciousness in one person, that I know that I'm doing my job, that I know that I'm here to do this, okay? Okay, guys, have a great, happy, please be happy, okay? But have a great Pisces new moon. I wish you all the best. Remember, get some rest, because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of delusional things that come out, delusional philosophies that aren't serving anymore. We're not in the age of Pisces anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius. So the age of Aquarius, every age has its delusions. Every age has its reality. However, usually something starts off with an illusion and then it's created into a reality. So before the Piscean age ended, whether you believe it's ended or we're on the verge of it ending, people were creating with illusions the age of Aquarius, okay? But then they made it happen. They made it happen by creating movies, by television series, internet, okay? Right now you're watching me through the internet. This may appear as an illusion, but it's going to create your reality, because I am asking you, I am telling you, I am showing you, I am speaking of for you and myself what to do, what to learn from, what to see, what to watch, what to experience, what not to experience, how to make mistakes, how not to make mistakes, if you're making a mistake, if you're learning from that mistake. So we are all disillusioned, and we are all living through illusions until we create realities by realizing this is an illusion, and I can, or I choose, or I don't choose to make this a reality. I choose my reality. So what is your reality? And will you partner up with the people who will make your reality? Okay. So thanks for watching. See ya next time.